I was just thinking, like, the older you get, it's kind of harder to make friends. I was like this in my 20s, a little bit in my 30s. And, I got to the point where I kind of shut down, you know? Um, I do have friends. I don't have close friends, but I do have friends. But the term I would say use loosely, but I've always was a friend to other people more than they were to me. I always was someone's cheerleader, someone's support system, but when I needed someone, it wasn't that way. Or, they take what I tell them. It happens to everyone. It takes, you have someone who takes, you know, things that you share personal that you probably wouldn't share with anyone else, and then use it to weaponize it. And that could be, the worst is family. The worst to me is family. Because that kind of cuts a little bit more deeper. Because they know you grew up with these people since you were a kid. But, I realize that there are different categories of friends, right? You might have seasonal friends, meaning that person is just there in that moment and that time of your life, and that's the end of it. You guys might fall out, you guys might get distant or whatever. You might have someone who you think is your friend who's really competing with you, and you're probably oblivious with it. They never congratulate you. They never cheer you on. They want to see you, not reach your goals. I remember when I was like in my 20s, my early 20s, maybe 20, 21, 22, whatever. And I used to work at a really big retail store, right? Selling clothes, whatever. And I met her because we were floaters. We would go to different departments, whatever department needed help. So I would get my hair done. My biggest thing was like, oh, I love to get my hair done. Even though now I can't stand it. But anyway, I used to love to get my hair done. And I would get my hair dyed. I started getting blonde streaks in my hair. And do you know this girl who I thought was my friend? I talked to on the phone every day. We always talked about what we eat for lunch, all this little goofy stuff. She walks up to me, walks around me like I'm a damn mannequin, observing me. And I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't understand it. And remind you, I don't have sisters. I don't have any female close cousins or anything like that. So I wouldn't know what that is. I grew up around men, or I have brothers, a lot of males, I should say males. And do you know, when she came to the front, do you know the next freaking week, she put blonde streaks in her hair? I didn't understand it. I didn't have enough guts to call her out. I was just confused. And then, other little things happened and I kind of cut her off. And thank God I had my cutoff game early. Another incident when I was, an adult, older, this one particular woman asked me how I color my hair. I didn't think anything of it. I said, oh, I use this. I go to Sally's. I use this, and I mix them together. Do you know she came to work with the same damn hair color? It's like, you can't be friends with people who are in competition with you. You can't be friends with someone who won't encourage you and root for you and want to see good in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me as an adult to trust people. It's hard because I've been burnt at both ends and in the middle. And I do have friends. I don't have close friends. And sometimes people online are more supportive of you than people in your real life. And maybe sometimes your family. I just, don't get discouraged. And I realize I shouldn't close myself off from meeting people because of things that I've gone through. You understand? Like, I'm just very leery and I had to learn to use discernment, and that's okay. And it's okay if you just want to have people from a distance. There are people out there. I remember one girl told me we've been friends since kindergarten. I'm like, y'all haven't changed? Women are different. Like, women are more competitive, they're petty, they're catty, or whatever. And I realized they're both, when she told me that, they were both catty, manipulative, jealous, envious type of women. And I'm thankful that I kept away from her because she wanted to be friends with me, and I distanced myself. I just picked something up about her and I didn't like it. So, like, I told myself, I'm going to use discernment. It takes time for me to open up. I'm very closed. I'm very leery of people. And it's okay. If you have a hard time making friends, it's okay that you maybe don't have any friends right now. Or everybody don't have to be your close friend. And that's okay. It's all right. You might have someone you go out to dinner with. But, we always want something deeper and solid and someone that you can depend on, or someone's going to be there, especially if you don't have it within your family or, or close relatives or whatever. But I guess, stay away from people who are competitive against you. Like, I have another person. Oh, another example, right? Her and I were friends from a church or whatever, and I was always transparent. Like, hey, this is what's going on. Come to find out, she was envious and jealous of me, which was stupid. I was always encouraging her. Always. Like, you call someone, like, hey, this is going on with me. How's things going? Oh, everything is grandiose. Everything is butterflies, sunshine, and farts. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, right? And then come to find out, the truth comes out that things are going really downhill. And it's not like she didn't want to share it. It's just the fact that you want to put on this facade that everything's okay and it's not. And you enjoy and relish in the discomfort of things I'm going through in life or situations. Cut it off. And some people, you know what? Some people, you don't even have to cut them off. Maybe just put some distance there. Stop calling. Stop going out with them as much. Start closing up. Stop telling them things. Start journaling so you don't have to share certain things with people. I don't know. Stay encouraged. Bye.